The two UDR soldiers were in a van travelling from Omagh towards Augher when the explosion at Thompson's Cross ripped through their unmarked vehicle at about 10:30 this morning. The men were thrown from the van. One was more seriously injured than the other.
The unmarked army delivery van was blown into the air and landed facing the direction from which it had driven, in this the latest in a series of IRA borderland attacks. The two soldiers were lucky to escape with their lives. The landmine was planted by a water trough for cattle, which this eyewitness had been heading towards.
And while I was climbing over the gate to go to look them, I was blew off the gate with this terrible explosion. And the noise of it rolled right away up the valley.
The mine was detonated by command wire, and security sources say two men made a getaway on a motorbike which either broke down or crashed. They ran nearly a mile to a farmyard with the intention of taking a car. The men, both hooded, did find a car here, but there were no ignition keys. They approached the farmhouse, but were confronted by a man with a shotgun. It's understood that they warned him he was covered from behind. Police haven't given details of what exactly happened next, but an MP who's a close friend of the man who pulled the trigger visited the farmhouse and disclosed tonight that this was the version of events he was given.
He challenged them and warned them not to come any further, but they kept on coming. He then challenged them again and told them that he would shoot if they came any further and would come to take over the house. Certainly was afraid of those who were in the house because there was nothing else, only women in the house. Finally, the men raced towards the young man. He shot the terrorist. The person is not a member of the security forces, and all he simply was doing was guarding his home and the safety of his family.
She said farmers are living in fear because the security forces in Northern Ireland are not allowed to shoot the IRA. She criticised both the Irish and British governments for their security policies, but said the IRA will not defeat the Protestant people. The shooting happened shortly after the blast, about a mile from the scene of the explosion. Two masked men, whom police believe had travelled by motorcycle from the bomb scene, entered a farmyard where it's understood they tried to steal a car. One of them was shot and was taken to hospital for emergency surgery.